for tuning in. Man, Vogel State Park. That's where we went on this most recent trip. It was an awesome experience. It is way up in the mountains. The drive-in is beautiful. We're a few miles away from the entrance to Vogel State Park. This is a place that we've been wanting to go to for a long time. We finally got it booked. It's over Thanksgiving weekend up here, so the weather's looking beautiful for us. Got a little bit of rain maybe in the forecast, but it's on the last day that we're here when we're leaving, so we're hoping for some good weather. The drive-in in this park so far has been beautiful. It's way off the main road, so you've got a nice drive. You can see the mountains as you're coming into them.
Nick, are you ready to be there?
He probably is. Yep.
Sir.
Why is there mountains like everywhere except for the weather?
That's just the way Florida is. It's flat. It's not super easy to get to. There's nothing really close, but we really enjoyed this park. Arrived there actually on Thanksgiving Day. Got checked in. The road getting into the sites was pretty tight. Definitely the tightest campground roads that we've been on. Skinniest little entrance roads ever. Skinny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
Look, Daddy, another reflection.
Yeah, I got that one in there. Yep, very nice.
Pretty small. Dad, you can fit in that.
I can fit in there, for sure. That's easy peasy. Got our Thanksgiving dinner already, our first Thanksgiving in the RV, so we're pretty excited about that. I'll tell you what, turkey turned out great. Is turkey good?
Yeah.
Turkey was good.
I also like the sides.
That's right, cooked in our convection oven in the RV, and made all our sides to go with it. I mean, we didn't sacrifice anything. It was outstanding. The next day, we decided to take a walk around the lake there in Vogel State Park. They have a beautiful lake, nice trail that runs around it. It's only about a mile, so not super strenuous.
Yeah, it took off right over there.
Oh, and take off a minute ago.
It went too fast. I couldn't see what kind of fish. I'm gonna go right up. Oh, don't go through, that's the road. Oh, wow. I didn't know there was a
Once you got to the end of the lake, you kind of had a beautiful view. When you look back, you look right down the lake, and you can see the mountains in the background. Just an absolutely beautiful view of the lake there at Vogel State Park.
Next time you have to do it back. That's crazy. Your mom trying to make a fish?
also at the end of the lake, they have a spillway that actually runs underneath the trail, goes down and dumps into the river below. And the purpose of that is it takes the cool water from the bottom of the lake, runs it over the spillway, and then down into the river for the trout that are down there in the trout habitat. Beautiful views all the way around at Vogel State Park.
What did you like about the walk around the lake?
I collected some pine cones because my grandma's gonna make a little mini tree for Christmas out of pine cones.
So they collected a lot of pine cones.
A lot of pine cones. It started off a few pine cones, and then by the time we got to the end of our little hike around the lake, it was basically 2 armfuls of pine cones.
Yeah, I was holding some today.
So on Saturday morning, Eric and I got up and went for a hike on the Bear Hair Trail. You know, obviously you're in black bear country up there. They have signs everywhere, you know, that are warning you about leaving things sitting out. And obviously there's definitely some bears in the area. We were hoping that we would see one. So we come down to the Bear Hair Trail here at Vogel State Park. We've got my mom with us on this trip. She's enjoying herself, spending time with Dylan. So they stayed back at the fifth wheel for this one. She's got a hurt foot, so we did a lot of walking yesterday. So don't want her overdoing it too much. And this is kind of a pretty steep incline, a lot of stairs and roots sticking up. So they're taking a break back at the fifth wheel, which is kind of going to give us a chance to get out and explore one of the, you know, a little more of a difficult trail. You know, not something we get to do very often. So we're thankful to have her with us on this trip, and we're having a great time so far. So here's what it looks like. We're about halfway up the connector trail to get up to the Bear Hair Gap Trail. We're hoping that this trail lives up to its name, and it would be really, really neat if we saw a black bear while we were out here wandering around through the woods. This trail is a 4-mile loop. We're not going to do all 4 miles. The weather's a little sketchy right now. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, kind of drizzly. Not too cold, surprisingly. I thought it'd be a lot colder than what it is. It looks cold, but it's not bad. It's around 55 degrees, which, you know, 55, overcast, cloudy, but not too bad. So we're gonna go for a walk in the woods, see what we can see. So far this hike's been beautiful. One of the more scenic ones that we've taken, probably because it's a little harder than some of the ones we've taken. So, but the whole thing just brings you right along this creek that runs down. Man, just a awesome, peaceful view. This creek runs right down alongside the trail. So we're gonna keep heading up that way. Alright, so we're chugging along, and the trail gets a little skinny right here as you come around this bend. No sign of any wildlife yet, but we're hopeful. Alright, so we've been on the trail for close to an hour. Not only have we not seen a bear, we haven't seen any wildlife at all, so not much, but it's still a very, very beautiful hike. It is all uphill though. It's 100% uphill. So if you're not a super avid hiker, it's a little bit strenuous. As you can see behind us, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video behind me, but you can definitely probably hear it. This stream runs all the way down the mountain. A lot of places where the trail crosses over. It is a beautiful hike. The weather's, temperature-wise, is gorgeous. Nice and cool, not cold. So we made it to this little bridge crossing here. Like I said, we're about a mile up the trail, so we probably have about another 30 minutes of more uphill to get up to the overlook. Upon checking out some reviews of the overlook, some people loved it, others said it was not all it was cracked up to be. So I think since we have to still go to Tulu Gorge and we want to do some hiking there, and that's going to be a lot of steps up and down there, so I think we're going to call this hike right here, turn around, and start working our way back down. But definitely a beautiful hike. The scenery is outstanding as we come up through here.
In addition to what he said about it being mostly uphill, there's also a lot of rocks, and it's narrow path at sometimes. So small kids, it might not be the best hike for, unless they're avid hikers.
Yeah, it's pretty wet up here, so it does get a little slippery in spots. The rocks can be a little slippery, but you know, who knows? We'll start heading back down, and you know, you never know. We might catch something on the way down. We'll see. We did not see a bear.
And I wasn't with them.
So, looks like it's gonna have to wait till we get out west to see a bear.
Reckon. Regardless, still an amazing hike, though. I mean, the stream that runs along beside the trail, beautiful. It's super peaceful out there. So still well worth, you know, getting up to make that hike and getting out and exploring the type of trail that we don't get to do very often. It was a little more strenuous than what we typically do. We try to stick to the easier ones, you know, for Dylan, so that he doesn't get too wore out on our hikes. But this one was definitely a little more challenging and well worth it. We really enjoyed it.
Dylan really enjoyed the stream that was behind our campsite. That was really cool, having the running stream behind our campsite and playing in the leaves at our campsite.
And right now, I am going to jump into this giant leaf pile I made, because I can't really do this in Florida. I'm going to get one more step. Alright. 3, 2, 1. I went downhill by this stream and put my hand in the cold water. It was like numb for 30 minutes.
Yeah, super cold water coming through that stream.
And I had it in there for like 2 seconds.
Did you enjoy playing in the leaves?
Yeah,
So
that was enjoyable.
Oh, and another thing that he really enjoyed at Vogel State Park was the mini golf course.
Oh yeah, the mini golf course, probably one of my favorites.
yep. So on our last full day there, we went down and took him down to the playground. Had a great time there at the playground, and then we went over and played some mini golf.
And then you got this cool shirt.
May the forest be with you, and then it says Vogel. What does it say, Vogel?
Vogel
It says
State
Vogel
Park,
State Park in
Georgia.
How many hole-in-ones did you get on the
3.
mini golf course?
3.
3 hole-in-ones. It's a record. It's a new personal best for Dylan on mini golf. 3 hole-in-ones.
It's funny.
I got 2, so he didn't run away with it. But even though he got 3 hole-in-ones, I still won. So he's working on it. That's pretty much it. I mean, Vogel State Park was really, really awesome. I mean, as we found out, you know, when you visit these places on holiday weekends, they seem to be a lot busier than what they normally would be, you know, over just a normal weekend or during the week. So we kind of factored that in. It was probably a little louder than it typically is normally. It was obviously packed out, you know, over Thanksgiving. Tons of people there. But that being said, you know, it's still, it was a peaceful campground. I will say that the road leading up to Vogel State Park, even though it's way off the main road, the road going up was outstanding. It's probably the best mountain road I've ever driven on. The pavement was smooth. It was fairly new, you know, so a great drive up. I mean, super smooth, super easy. So they have that going for them also. You know, you're not driving up a beat up mountain road trying to get there. So it's a long way to get to, but it's easy to get to, you know, by the same token, because of how smooth the road is. So, all right, now I think we're going to wrap it up on that. And where are we off to next? Where we go after Vogel? Tulu Gorge. So, you guys stay tuned for our next video. We're going to talk about our stay at Tallulah Gorge, which another amazing Georgia State Park. You know, Georgia State Parks continue to just impress us every single time we go to one. We really enjoy getting up there and visiting the Georgia State Parks. They do a great job, and I believe that's it. That it?
Yep.
All right. Catch you guys down the road.